Yo, what's going on guys? It's Rest, and you read that correctly. I've played Wonderlands early. First off, I just want to say thank you to Gearbox and 2K for this wonderful opportunity, and to all of you for the continued support that has gotten me here. It truly means a lot. In this video, I want to talk about everything I saw and did and what I think about Wonderlands in my whole playtime. However, rest assured, see what I did there, I'm going to have a lot of content coming after this video. In fact, between normal videos and shorts, I have a little over 30 videos that should be coming out within the next 5 days. Pretty much everything I go over in this review will have another video going more in depth with that topic, and my plan is to dissect every little inch of this demo so you guys have all the information that you need to know. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the review, learned anything from it, and want to see the rest of the Wonderlands coverage, consider subscribing, dropping a like, and turning notifications on. Not only does that help me out, it also helps our community grow in getting these videos out there for everyone to see. I really appreciate it. I cannot wait to show you all everything, and with that being said, let's just jump right into this review. First things first, let's talk about what I actually played. So I got to play a demo of the game and got to explore pretty much all of Mount Crawl. There were 2 main quests and 2 side quests that you could complete. I had access to the Greyborn and Stabbermancer on top of weapons, melee weapons, spells, wards, armor plates, clothing. These are essentially just the new class mods, and 1 ring. Since it was a demo, a lot of features were not available, and an example of that is that you could not save and quit. You had to completely restart if you did so there was no save quit farming. On top of that, since it is a demo, there is a good chance it may be a little buggy and some things are subject to change. With that stated, first off, I just want to actually talk about performance. I honestly didn't have any huge issues with the game other than crashing 3 times and the occasional lag every once in a while. I was honestly really surprised how well it ran, since they stated there may be issues and the fact that it is an early build. The game very much feels like Borderlands 3, which is not a bad thing, with a fantasy twist. With the new additions and changes to some things that stayed around it, it really does feel like a fresh experience. So if you enjoyed the combat of Borderlands 3, you're going to love this game. I know most people love the way Borderlands 3 felt, but the story is what made them go away. So how is the story in Wonderlands? Well, like I said, I only had access to 1 area, but it is very much like Assault on Dragon Keep, and they have improved upon that. It's still the classic Borderlands humor, just toned down a little bit because the game is now rated T. It was honestly hard to notice that though because of some of the jokes. So all in all, if you like the humor of Borderlands, the DLC Assault on Dragon Keep, and the combat of Borderlands 3, you're going to love Wonderlands. But getting more into the nitty gritty, another integral part to Borderlands game is the loot. There are now a total of 7 items that can drop on the ground and be randomly rolled with all the rarities. You have weapons, melee weapons, rings, armor, wards, spells, and amulets. This is a lot. If there was ever a game you could farm over and over, this is the one, and on top of that, it's going to make build diversity insane. So if you love to farm or you're a build crafter, this is a dream come true for you. It's honestly crazy the amount of stats you can get just from gear. However, with that much being able to drop, it can seem a little cluttered, especially if you're looking for something specific. That's a problem I ran into in the demo, where I would only ever get melee weapons and spells when I really want to try out some of the new weapon types. They could possibly just have drops tweaked for the demo so we can all try out the new things, but I would have loved to get some cool weapons as well. The balance of all the gear in the game seems to be really interesting right now. The weapon with the bow attachments seem to be the best so far, whereas the crystal shotguns are underperforming like crazy in my experience. Melee was really cool, but it didn't seem to have enough oomph when you hit something. Some spells also were just better than others were. Of course, again, this is just the demo, and once you get to the end game and the full game is out, I'm sure melee is going to be crazy alongside all the spells. This is just specifically my experience from the demo. Talking about spells though, they are the new grenades, and I didn't miss grenades once. I was a little curious how the gameplay would be, but a lot of them are really cool and can be very effective. I also really like the fact that they have a cooldown now, and you can build around that. I think there are going to be some crazy builds that are going to come out with spells. Looking at you, spell shot, and I'm excited to see the combos. So the loot in the game is better than ever, with more to chase after and new things to keep you interested. We will have to wait for balance when the full game comes out and see how drops are going to work. Assuming everything is solved at launch, this is going to be the best loot game we have ever had. Anointments are back. Yep, you heard that correctly. They are not called anointments in this game. Instead, they go by the term enchanted now. I actually received one of these in the demo, and it increased my frost damage by 10% while my action skill was active. a berserker's dream. The item I got was on a spell, so it seems that maybe enchantments just give you an overall small stat boost instead of the huge bonuses you specifically get for a character. I know anointments are a huge topic in the community, and it's definitely a thing to be concerned about, but with everything I've seen, I honestly trust Gearbox enough to get it right this time around. I don't know if we will be able to reroll them at launch since we didn't have access to anything like that. Let's just hope that they are balanced and you can reroll them at launch, but they are in there, so be on the lookout. Alright, I talked enough about loot and balance for a while, but let's move on to something different. I know I mentioned earlier that if you like Assault on Dragon's Keep, you are going to like this game, but I want to talk more about the characters. They all seem really cool, and Tina is 100% still Tina. Even the new characters are really cool and don't seem annoying so far, and seeing how they interact with your Fate Maker is awesome. I'm very excited for the story and see how they take it even further within the DLCs. Your Fate Maker is also a huge change because you no longer are a specific character dedicated to their story. You literally can create everything, how you look, backstory, and even more. There's also so many ways to build your Fate Maker now. Each class has one skill tree, but can multi-class and have two. I know not having a 3 is going to be a change and maybe push some people away, but trust me, the build crafting is going to be crazy in this game, even more so than Borderlands 3 in my opinion. There are a lot of skills in their one skill tree, plus you have access to hero points now too. It's a new system that is sort of like a skill tree, but you can specifically choose a stat you want to upgrade at any time, whereas a skill tree might offer specific things, but you have to spend points to get down to them. So with multi-class and hero points, you actually have 3 skill trees in a way. It's a new system that everyone will have to get used to, but I honestly like the changes. Pretty much everything in the game can give you stat boosts, including finding secrets in the world. More on that in another video. You also have Guardian rank coming back, which is now known as Myth rank. Since max level is 40 and that's when you unlock it, we did not have access to it in the demo. The highest I ever got was level 15 multiple times while starting at level 10. If Myth rank does work like Guardian rank, it's only going to further increase your Fate Maker, and I'm so excited for it. So between character customization, multi-class, hero points, world buffs, gear, and Myth rank, your Fate Maker is going to be more unique than ever. Some other small things to mention is that the atmosphere is great. Just in Mount Crawl alone, which is a snowy gray mountain, it still managed to look very cool. There are a lot of different areas to discover. You have mines that seemed very warm and dark, a giant open frozen area that is very snowy, and climbing on the mountain itself is also a thing you can do. This is just one area, and it has me so excited to explore the other locations that are going to be in the full game. The sounds are also really good. Some of the weapons literally make me stop and go, wow, this sounds amazing. Audio is a thing I feel like doesn't get enough attention, but this game does it extremely well. The enemies also are really unique. Just in the one area, we had goblins, trolls, and dogfish. Yes, you heard that right. There are also different variants of all those enemies. On top of that, all the bosses were really cool and had unique attacks. The new element Dark Magic is also really cool. Whenever you do status effect damage, you regenerate health. And Dark Magic, I think, is actually going to create some crazy builds, especially if you play on the Graveborn. So for the final part of this review, I want to talk about in-game. I know so many people are wondering about it and if this is going to determine if they buy the game or not. Just to start off, I am sorry to say I did not have access to anything that would be considered a raid or a takedown. However, if you consider in-game build crafting, like I said earlier, it is here for you. You're going to have a blast. I will say that Gearbox is for sure aware of everyone wanting in-game, and I believe that they will deliver on it, especially after seeing the improvements in just the base game. I'm excited to see what they're cooking up, and I hope eventually we will get a teaser for something like that. Again, I am sorry I can't say in-game is huge or anything like that, because we just don't know still. So overall, I think Wonderlands is going to be great, especially if you are already a Borderlands fan. It's very familiar with a bunch of new things to keep it fresh. If you like story, this game is for you. If you like build crafting, this game is for you. If you like having fun with crazy items, this game is for you. But if you like a challenge and in-game, maybe wait until we have more info. Not going to lie, I was already excited for Wonderlands, but after playing the demo, it has gotten me even more, and I cannot wait for March 25th. If you're excited as I am, I would definitely recommend a purchase, but if you're still on edge, for sure wait to see what in-game is going to be like. Me, alongside a lot of other awesome content creators, will be posting a ton of content on the game, so hopefully you can make your final decision after watching our videos. That is going to be all from me. I really hope this helped you out. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. Are you feeling even more excited and going to buy it, or are you going to wait for the full game reviews and see what in-game is like? Either way, I really appreciate you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.